Welcome to ECW, barely legal, where the stuff we do is barely legal. We start off with a pre-show match, and a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling but little heat. Kid Cash defeated Ray Gordy in 6:48 by pinfall with a bankroll. Kid Cash got a fractured skull. What the fuck did you do with a pre-show match that got you a fractured skull, my guy? 58 for Kid Cash, 29 for Ray Gordy. Oh my god. Thank you, Bobby Eaton. Start over 60. Why does Rob promo suck? RVD comes out and he talks about the two events that happened recently and talks about Just Incredible, how he dived into the crowd and he said Just Incredible, that's the least that he will do. When he finally gets his hands on Just Incredible again, he's gonna beat his ass. I don't know. We start with a 51. We get Dan the Beast Severn making its ECW debut. They're booing him, because it's Dan Severn. I don't know. Maybe they're cheering him. Don't know how ECW will react to the Beast. It does a 10:40, 10, in a decent match. Chris Candido defeated Dan Severn in 10:04 by pinfall with the Blonde Bombshell. 44 for Candido, 52 for Dan the Beast Severn. We get a 45. The fully blooded Italians, Little Guido, Dodi Mamaluke, defeats the Haas brothers in a decent match. But it did have little heat in 9:39 when Little Guido submitted Russ Haas. Russ was really off his game, that's why he did a fucking 28. 50 for Little Guido, 41 for Tony Mamaluke, 49 for Charlie, and 42 for Russ. Russ, man. Jesus, Russ, man. At least still, Charlie's getting better at technical, Russ is getting better at performance. We get 39, yeah. Yeah, sorry, John. Sorry, Cronez, you're getting fired, buddy. And about that subpar wrestling, but little he, Spike Dudley defeated John Cronez, and John Cronez is send-off, because, oh man. In 12:15 by pinfall with the acid drop. They don't click, John Cronez was off his game and just did awful. We get a 45. Tommy Dreamer, he's done. He's sick of C.W. Anderson. He wants to get his hands on C.W. Anderson and pile drive him on like 200 chairs. And C.W. says, listen, if you want me, then we have to team together and face your little young boys of Joey Matthews and Kristen York. Dreamer doesn't want to do it, but it's his only way to get his hands on CW, so he teams with him and faces his young boys, the young blood. It does a 48. Tommy Dreamer does what he didn't want to do. He defeated his boys. He picked up Kristen York and hit him with a pile driver in 12:33. And got the win. 57 for C-Dub, 56 for Tommy, 42 for Joey Matthews, 37 for Kristen York. No one improved. After this, CW, he can't believe that Dreamer would do that. He didn't think Dreamer would do that. He think Dreamer would bitch out, but Dreamer wants CW Anderson. CW runs away. Tommy Dreamer will get CW at the next big event, which is Living Dangerously. But then, in a match that had decent wrestling, but then after that match, the Unholy Alliance, Yoshihiro Tajiri, Mikey Whipwreck, defeated Danny Doran and Amos Roadkill in 11:42 when Mikey Whipwreck got the win with a double buzzsaw kick on Danny Doran. The Unholy Alliance wins the ECW Tag Team Champions, but that's not what happened. So Amos Roadkill and Danny Doran were going for Danny Doran was going for some sort of maneuver. The lights go out. The lights come on. And this is during the match. The lights go out. They come on. And Chris Kanyon, who's better than Kanyon, is here. He takes out Danny Doring, Yoshihiro Tajiri, Mike Whipwreck. They hit the double buzzsaw kick. They pin him. 1, 2, 3. That's how they win the titles. This is the man they were talking about. Chris Kanyon has taken over the Unholy Alliance. And they're going to take over. Yeah. 66 for our main event in a good match. Steve Corino defeated Rick Steiner in 1804 by pinfall with an old school expulsion. Steve Corino makes defense number 2 of the ECW World Championship. He's celebrating, and Rick Steiner gets up. He turns around and gets gored by Rhino. Rhino hits him with a gore, then he gores Steve Corino. He is sick of these two men. He wants Rick out of ECW. I guess. Oh, Rhino turns face because he's taken out Rick Steiner. 61. But don't worry, we will improve when Rob Van Dam takes over. I say good job to Steve Corino, uh, Tommy Dreamer, and Dan Severn did better than I expected. Uh, Good job. Give you a hug. Compliment. Okay. Guess I'll see you after the show. ECW is not going well, brother. Let's see if we can. Let's see what happens. Tony, Mamaluke, and Roadkill are friends. And also, Tajiri thinks Roadkill's cool. That's something. Not that one. I don't know. I don't think we've gone up yet. Uh, this is gonna not be the easiest series, but we will try to save ECW. We just need to somehow the title is a 90. But with Carino, with our figurehead of Rob Van Dam, with Rhino, we will get Rob Van Dam, Rhino, and Steve Carino. We will improve ECW and try to save it. It may take a while, but I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure watch the others. Watch my TEW WWE 2020 save, because that's better. And I know how to speak in that one. And bye, Riccaboni.